Hey everybody. Sorry that I didn't realize I was like trying to get this all set up here in the kitchen. And I got all the ingredients and everything set out and this camera's turned around and all the pasta pans that we need. Any utensils will be right here. And yeah, over there we got Fred on can duty. He doesn't know it yet, but he's right there, and he has a canning instrument thingamajig to open him. Yeah, I know. Have I not came up on there yet? On the phone. Oh. Fred's like, what's going on? I don't see you on the... You're supposed to... We might get into Summerwell's like discussions. Possibly while we're cooking here. It's possibly the plan. Let's see. Hold on, let me grab something here. I'm going to lift up the computer a little bit higher. Let's see. That's too high. Hold on. Okay, I think this might be a little bit better. I think. Okay, I like that better, I think. Shut up! Are you serious, Lisa? It's your birthday along with Bandit? Yes, it's little baby boy's birthday. Come here. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, it is Bandit's birthday today. He is 2 years old. And just as cute as ever. Look at him. AI dog. That's what Fred calls him. AI dog. Whoa! Whoa! We'll just have Bandit hang out on my shoulder while we're cooking today, okay, guys? No? Okay. Fred's like, no. He doesn't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I probably put potatoes. Oh, I could get my little... Oh, I know what we could do. I know what we could do. All right. So, here we go. Bandit's going to hang out too. We'll keep him up right here. Nice and, there we go. This is where Bandit will be. We'll just have to, once we use get over here and stuff, I'll have to put him out. But while we're peeling potatoes, he can hang out. He is Nikita, right? He's so dang adorable. Candace messaged me and said, Candace Hardwick was like, thank God, I need something to listen to that doesn't give me anxiety. Right? Right. We're going to keep probably keep the drama down this stream. Probably. I mean, we're going to probably talk about some things Summerwell's just up in conversation and, like if you guys didn't see my all signs reading yesterday, I finished up the last 4 signs that I had to read for the fall season over on Empress Ziggy. And like the first hour of that live, Fred was in the background, and really I didn't start readings until like well over an hour after, like on the zodiac signs. But yeah, you should listen to that. We had an interesting conversation about Summer Wells. He's the best can opener. Does that one not have it on it? It has something right here. I always use. Oh, there's the. Okay. Huh? Why? You've already tried? What the heck? The little tongue thing's not long enough. I guess just open it. I'll use. Yeah, that's fine. Just don't cut yourself. Look, because just learn from me. Okay, so here, let's start. I gotta get started here. Let's go ahead and at least start on, so what we're making today is, once again, because it's a request by Little Zig, and she might make an appearance too, not on camera, but you might hear her. So we're making country fried steak again. We're just gonna make them frozen. These, not from scratch. So I've preheated the oven. We're also gonna make mashed potatoes. So I have these, and I've got evaporated carnation this time. They actually had it. They were stocking the shelves over at Dollar General. It was like, it must have been like special day. They actually had product on the shelves. So we're gonna make green beans with bacon and onion, and we're gonna have gravy. Okay, pretty easy, simple meal. Nothing too crazy. So, first, Fred has the cans opened over there. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Sue. Joe Marie. Everybody saying, welcome home, Fred. Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you may have heard him. He's very soft. Don't let him fool you. Like, I thought I was marrying a nice shy guy. Boy, was I wrong. Oh gosh, I like shy guys. He's shy at first. So let's see. What were we talking about Summer Wells yesterday? Were we talking about there's Little Zig, everybody. Welcome, Little Zig.
Yeah.
Star of the show. So
Did you tell people it's Bandit's birthday?
Yes, it's Bandit's birthday. Yes.
Did you tell him?
Yep. So I'm getting my water because I've started. Ah!
What the heck?
Bye. That was quick. Okay, so we'll cut that. One thing I do need is a cutting board. I don't really have a cutting board. Here, I'll use this as a cutting board today. I wasn't really meaning to use hot water, but okay, so we got this. This is to put our potatoes in so they don't get brown. What was there when you came home, Suzanne? Okay, so yeah, okay. What did we? I don't know if we talked about sacrifice. What Dawn meant about That's what we were talking about. Because we got talking about it because Fred got a friend request from Ricky Crawford Jr. and it got us talking about, I think that's what got us talking about his dad. And then how Dawn had mentioned supposedly something about sacrificing Summer. Chris, we're live. I don't know. Chris doesn't know that we're live. He's trying to call. So Fred thought of a good point, like I thought anyways, that we've always thought of sacrificing in like the typical way or what you would normally think, like kind of like what Donna Serafina talked about in her reading. But we're kind of thinking it means like sacrifice, like he's meaning it like sacrificing him more like, oh, I had to sacrifice Summer in order for the drug debt. Like basically give up Summer to
sin being the drug debt.
His sin being the drug debt, because he was saying he had to sacrifice Summer for his sins. Well, maybe it wasn't actually unaliving, maybe because sacrificing could mean he could try to play it off and say it like that, like he sacrificed something to try to like make it sound less horrible, I guess. I don't know. I think it sounds bad. I think of a sacrificial lamb, but I feel like he's trying to make it seem like he actually sacrificed something and gave up something. Thank you for being a member for so long, Judy, and being so supportive to me and Fred for so long. Judy's been a big time supporter and friend of Fred and I. Liv Thankful's supposed to be going forward, is what she said. Oh, Chris Christopherson. Who's that? Who's Chris Christopherson? Somebody said rest in peace, Chris Christopherson. So must be some kind of actor or something. Yeah, TBI did ask him if he sold his daughter for drugs. So like I see you in chat.
I mean, Lyle even thought that right off from getting them, because they questioned me if Don had mentioned anything on the first day.
Law enforcement was asking you from the first day something about if it could have had something to do with like drugs or what?
Yeah, if he could have owed a drug debt to somebody or whatnot. Because I didn't even know about his first son, at that time, because they brought that up too.
Yeah. See, I was talking to Mary about that. I haven't talked about it on here because I contacted Mary recently and just asked her how she's doing and stuff. And I asked her, when did law enforcement find out about Don or hear the story about Don and his first son? And she said, like, I think it was like she was saying a couple. Because Fred was saying that. Because I was telling her, Fred was saying that law enforcement was mentioning something about him, about knowing about that, like from the first day. So I was trying to figure out how law enforcement knew so early on about Don.
That's how I found out about it through the law.
Yeah, Fred said he found out it through law enforcement, and you're saying you believe that was the first day?
It was the first day.
So I asked Mary about that because it wasn't. She said it wasn't the first. I know she said it definitely wasn't the first day, but then she told me I should get a hold of Don's first wife because maybe she was talked to by law enforcement or something, and maybe she told them. Because I think Mary was saying it was I know at least a few days is what she said. Don't quote me, but it was not that she said it was the first day. She didn't think it was the first day. So yeah, I was talking to Mary about that.
I mean, that was the reason they want me to go to wire and stuff on, try to get Dawn talk and stuff about maybe owing a debt or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's funny because who knows if Don might have kind of by him mentioning you as the meth dealer or the local meth dealer, and then law enforcement pretty much comes right to you. Mm-hmm. It almost like kind of sealed his fate in a way because he thought that, I don't know. I don't think he thought that that they would ask you to do that. So kind of like Andy was trying to say is like, why would they ask a drug dealer or something like that? It's like, oh my gosh, you guys, are you serious right now? I keep losing potatoes in the trash. First of all, Andy, Fred was not he was not charged with any type of dealing charges or anything to do with drugs when Summer went missing. So, but still, I still believe they would use somebody who has drug issues, or that's the whole point. They want somebody who's in the circle in a way. I know. See, he just
one that people least expect.
Yeah, the people least expect. Exactly. I mean, people should use their brain. See, when you want to, well, I don't really need to put salt in this water because we're going to add it afterwards, really. Hey, Jessica. Kathy says, I like your new glow. Ziggy, Fred, please take good care of our girl. We all love her. Aw.
Should be
What does Fred think about Judy Sue saying she wonders if they took the wrong child? We've talked about that before. About how Judy Sue tried to say before something about taking the wrong child.
We just talked about that earlier today.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
Me and you? Or
me and you.
I remember talking about it, but I thought it was like yesterday or something. Or some, I don't know what word was.
It might have been me and my sister was talking about it. It was me and my sister.
So what's about the wrong child thing? What were you guys saying?
She just brought up Jody as saying something about, I was just talking to Julie about the rundown of events that I thought led up to it and stuff and how things unfolded. But,
yeah.
And she said something like Jody Sue mentioning,
they got the wrong child.
Yeah,
well, and she was not the only one that said something like that. Marlena Crawford's.
Marlena Crawford said that too about her.
Yeah, Marlena Crawford was saying the same type shit, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, about drowning.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. And I didn't hear this just from Fred. I've heard this from also another woman who was supposed to come on and do an interview, which unfortunately she backed out last second, literally. But she knows Marlena Crawford and Daniel Hayes. And she was saying they had an argument one day or whatever. And Daniel was yelling at Marlena that it was her fault they lost Journey and something about like their child being kidnapped or their child almost got kidnapped or was supposed to be the one that was kidnapped or something like that. Like he was freaking out on Marlena supposedly, and I couldn't wait for him to tell that story, for you guys to hear the story of what she supposedly overheard. But see, this person was still actively using, so it's kind of like it's difficult for some of these people to talk if they're still in the game. You know what I mean? If they're still using or whatever, and if they're, because they want to be able to still get their drugs, or they want to, they don't want to be. Also, they don't want. Yeah, I mean, there's several reasons. Here, we'll pour out some of this water. Let's see. I'm trying to see if that should be enough. Let's save these for maybe different day. Okay, so I'm going to start the potatoes, and then I can put the also. So we're just going to boil the potatoes. Maybe.
It went light yesterday.
Huh?
It went light yesterday.
Here, have your lighter. It's this one in the back. Awesome. Fred to save the day. Okay, so we'll also, I guess we could go ahead and start this. I'll get this almost ready to put in the oven. I've already set the oven for 425. You're glad? Yes, I know. I'm so happy, you guys. I've never been so happy before in my life, honestly. What? Why are you laughing at me? Because I use my teeth. Okay, I don't have the reputation of being the most classy, so we're not trying to keep up a reputation here. They already think I'm, a lot of these people think I'm, just like, what's horrible ever. So we're going to put this in the oven, then I like to flip it during mid through. We're just going to make them all because she'll definitely. Okay, so now let's get our bacon and onion sliced to fry up that we're going to use in the green beans. It should be fine. See, I think actually probably what happened is Fred was cleaning in here, and when it gets wet in there, it will have trouble lighting. But once it dries, it should get back working fine. But if it doesn't start working again, we'll do that for sure. So we'll start the bacon. Probably just go ahead and use the whole thing. I'm using 4 cans of green beans because Caitlin loves this. So, I'm telling him how you love the green beans. Well, I'm making as much as I did last time, which was a lot. No, the same amount. She wants more. Gosh, I don't know how much more we have. I use a whole pan for days. She said she wants it for days and days. So I'm going to start the bacon before the onions, actually. Just gonna throw that all in there. You guys, Bandit's is not gonna stay in my freaking thing this whole time. I just talked about that. I literally just said that Bandit's only gonna stay on me here for this short time. He's about to, while I'm cutting up and stuff. He's not gonna be over there while I'm. All right. Just kind of separating the bacon a little bit. All right. Put this over here. And it is about time for Bandit to get down. Anyways. So Bandit will probably have to go for now. You can go. You can still hang out there. I'll just hang you up over if you want to, but you can get out. I wonder if he'll stay in there. I'm putting him over, like on the other side of the kitchen, hanging from the. Nah. Never mind, that didn't work out. Okay, so let me see if I can start this now that this one over here is going. If I pull it like that, sometimes I can get it to light. Yep. It worked. So now cut the onions. Got some yellow onions here. But yeah, I don't want Bandit to get hurt either. He's my baby, but yeah, we probably better put him out because he'll get into the cat litter when I'm not watching. So usually, there you go. You can watch through the gate. We have a gate here to block off the kitchen because the cat litter, like this is a big kitchen. I don't like having the cat litter in here. But it is a huge kitchen, so it's not like real close to everything. I mean, look how big this kitchen is. You know? So, there goes my pop. Thank God for the... So we're cleaning that up real quick. I just spilled my pop. Yay. All right. Yeah, so that's why I put that. I have to put the litter in here so I could block a way for the cat to still get in, but the dog's not, you know. And before we had Bandit, it was real awesome because, you know, see that little, there's a little, well, you can't see it. There's a little gate in the big gate so that the small animals can get through, but the big, like, it's to keep dogs out and let cats through. But Bandit can obviously get through. You think it was Brianna Tester? That would great. When did Brianna Tester pass again? When Fred comes back in here, I'll ask him. Can somebody find out when Brianna Tester pass because that is weird. If that is the girl, that would be crazy. But see, are you talking about the lady in the night call? That call though was in. I think that call was in. I don't think it could have been Breonna Tester, the one about the lady in the night call, because I think she was already deceased by that call, and that woman acted like, I don't know. I kind of felt like that woman was the person. Let me put the chat back up. Fred said he doesn't know her. Yeah, we're cooking country fried steak, mashed potatoes, and fried green beans, I guess you could call it. That was the idea one of you guys gave me, and so about the fried green beans, which I've cooked green beans kind of like this before, but not like, I mean, before that suggestion, but not exactly. And now we love it, and it was something your guys' idea. Because I've made fried corn before, and I know I love that. Fred's hiding. Hey, Chris. I saw your text and saw you call, but we were live. I need some this knife. All our knives are really short. So, yeah, you don't know Breonna Tester. Somebody was wondering if that could be making me. I don't know when she passed, but. Huh? Yeah, so a lot of people wonder if that's related to Summer Wells, because supposedly Candace was friend. Well, she had her on her Facebook. I mean, that doesn't really mean too much. You know how sometimes a lot of people in the same hometown will add people from their own hometown on Facebook? I don't know. It's hard to, like, I think a lot of people, because I'm from Plainfield, Indiana, and I think, like, even a lot of people that I graduated from there too, and went to Plainfield High School most of my life. So I think if somebody, like, has heard of my name, like, they just add me, or heard, like, you know how somebody's heard of your name on Facebook and they'll just, like, add you because you're from the same town or something. I don't know. So I want to, just because Candace was friends with her on Facebook, I want to put much weight on it, but
I would think it'd be her and her friends with Candace, and if she was on prostitute.
Fred said he didn't think it would be her if it was Dawn's prostitute and friends with Candace, because Candace wouldn't be friends with her. They're kind of both into. I think that's why Candace stays with Dawn for so long, is that she's into some bad, twisted stuff herself. Because she's been so. I mean, she did have a rough life growing up and stuff. It's not an excuse. Like, I'm not giving her an excuse, nor am I giving Dawn an excuse.
I just want how much people was the Grandis and Gutty Sue supposed to have.
Oh yeah, thanks, Fred, for reminding me. Have you guys ever heard the rumor that supposedly Grandis and Jody Sue had a relationship? Like, I guess it was a whole rumor on the creek. come to find out. This is my cap. I had it. My cap. Did you pick that up or something? Shush, Bandit! Why are you sitting there, like, barking? Like a weirdo, he's just standing there barking and for no reason. When he could totally come this way, but he's just standing there. Huh? Yeah. So the gravy literally takes, hold on, I haven't even, Bandit, shush! Something to grab, something out of the oven. I'm trying to remember, think how long I put these in. I'm flipping them over. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's a rumor that Grandis and Jody Sue. When was it that was going on? That was like a rumor like you heard that before Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm. See, Grandis wasn't supposed to be on the hill because she's not allowed around children here, too.
See, Fred's under the impression that Grandis isn't allowed around children. I'm repeating what he says because I don't know if you guys can hear him. I'll move this back a little bit. So, yeah, Fred's under the impression that Grandis is not allowed around children. Supposedly, and that's why she left after
Summer went missing because of the divorce. She wasn't supposed to be around children, and they were putting the boys in danger.
Oh, yeah.
She was afraid she would get in trouble over it.
They probably threatened her, or they probably said
she had to leave.
Wow. Oh shit. So she had. Oh my God. So Grandis was told to leave. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. She had to because of the boys, yeah. And that's why she was able to come back later because the boys weren't there anymore. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
It makes you question why she wasn't allowed around children. Period.
Huh?
It makes you.
It makes you question. It's why. Why wasn't she allowed around kids? Yep, I've heard that rumor that she wasn't allowed around kids, but I didn't know. I'm gonna add more onions. We're an onion family here, so. Yeah. So Fred's saying that Grandis was not allowed around children, and that's why she had to leave, and that's why she left early on because there was going to be trouble in paradise because of the boys, huh? Wow. Okay, that makes sense. So because she wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, and that's probably why she kept her address up north and kept traveling up there and kept her doctor up there. Somebody needs to check out her background. Surely somebody's checked out Grandis's background. I mean, I have.
Look at her brother.
Yeah, I know her brother. I know. Yeah. You eat a lot of garlic and onions? Carolyn says, I think it was Brianna. It wasn't Brianna. It was her close friend. Oh, really? 2 days before she was supposed to testify. In whose case? Wow. So you're probably right. I bet that anything that Jody Sue was getting pills off Grandis, and that's part of the reason why she was like, because that's I heard like from a source that they would trade pills, and Grandis and Jody Sue would, allegedly, and that Grandis would go up. She had her doctor still up north in like Wisconsin or Illinois or something. I know that they're from Wisconsin, but for some reason I think it was a different state. Does she have a sealed case? I know, right? I don't know what's going on, but it's seriously rumored she's not allowed to be around kids. There's something to that. So, and that would make complete sense. Think of it. Like, think about when she moved and left at first. And then when the boys were gone, she came back, right? I mean, when was it that she moved? Let's see. Need 3 cups. I'll go ahead and get the water. I love these new pans. They have freaking, you can see it has a measuring cup at the side. So, because I'm supposed to have 3 cups, start 3 cups water. And I'm just going to get that ready for when I am ready to and no one can get CPS records unless the parties involved can. Oh, okay. So it's probably a CPS thing. You're probably right. That would make sense. And she also had a doctor appointment. That's why she left too. Yeah. See, she would go. That's what I heard. That's what the source told me. That she would travel back and forth to get the good pills, as they put it, that she would trade with Jody Sue. Trade. But I don't know. Who knows what kind of relationship they really had. You know what I mean? And Jody Sue, and that's why Jody Sue hung around her. Because I heard that's how Jody Sue's like that. Like, I mean, Andy supposedly drove her to her freaking clients. Like, that's so weird. To pimp out his own wife or his girlfriend. Andy was his driver.
He was her bodyguard.
He was her bodyguard, yep.
Supposedly.
I also heard she was going to take care of her brother-in-law who had surgery. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right, Carrie. Oh, Tammy, I made those cookies last night, and so I'm good probably the rest of the day. Seriously, those cookies were actually really, really good. Me and Caitlin ate all of them, and I am like so sick. So I probably won't be eating really any of this tonight. I mean, I did eat some Twizzlers pull and pill, but I honestly probably won't be eating any of this, except maybe a little bit, because I mean, that was ridiculous. They were good. I mean, I would suggest you guys try that recipe. I did see somebody emailed me and asked for the recipe, I think, or somebody, I remember seeing it. I will get that to them. Grandma was visiting Candace this summer in Tennessee. Yeah. But there's no kids there. See, that's different. You know, she can be there now. There's no kids. But remember, she said she had to be at Men Up for Andy. So how was he her bodyguard? Remember, she said she had to be Men Up for Andy. So how was she? I could see that. I could totally see her wearing the pants.
Yeah, Jody wore the pants.
Yeah, she did. She totally wore the pants, and I mean, he's very a sneaky type. Okay, that's how Andy operates, in my opinion. He's very sneaky. He does things in the shadows, you know, and he's the one you got to watch out for. He is. He's one of those because he doesn't do things overtly, you know. He's sneaky, but he's. I mean, he's not man enough to, you know, face somebody face to face.
On the creek.
Yeah, Fred said 90% of them on the creek are like that. That they'll, you know, do everything like fuck with your shit, steal your shit, or you know, just
They won't never face you about nothing.
stab you in the back, literally and figuratively. But to your face, it's different. Just like your evil sister, she'll never face you.
Oh,
That would be, I would love that. Like if she would come up on piano, that would be hilarious. But she would never do that.
well, just like me texting her the other day, and
Yeah.
her if I can meet her at her work or wherever, you know, and talk to her about
What all the stuff of
that got gone and everything.
yeah, she stole all or sold all of Fred's stuff while he was in jail, and pocketed all the money, and then took out a false claim. Now the house is paid for, right? I guess because the insurance claim that she took out, false insurance claim she took out on it. I guess the place is so you can't even. It's not even worth anything now because they, for some reason, somebody beat holes in it and all kinds of stuff supposedly. Are you sure it wasn't Candace and Jody Sue? And yes, I heard that Grandma was not supposed to be around children because she is a child predator. Somebody's asking you, sure it was Candace and Jody. See, that's what I heard too. It's Candace and Jody Sue. That's what I thought at first, but now that I think back though, like the grandest things, the newer.
With all jokes aside, he's probably all involved, you know, with each other.
He said probably all of them, all the above. She couldn't protect her kids. I know, right? Cotton Candy. He was so bad and so scary and so horrible, but I could see. I mean, a lot of men, women abuses are like real, you know, pussy type men. I mean, so that makes sense too because that's. I mean, they're not like that. They're not like that in the beginning. You know, it's after you're with them for a while, and you know, and I mean, those type of sneaky type people, a lot of them are like woman abusers because they wouldn't abuse a man or they wouldn't beat somebody on, you know, pick on somebody their own size.
I mean, I've never seen any aggressive toward Jody Sue, but I've seen her aggressive towards him many times. I mean, many times, because I ain't done that much. What little bit I have seen.
Yeah, I guess that. So I guess on his behalf, Fred said that he's never seen him aggressive with Jody Sue. It's pretty much the other way around.
She was one that almost went to jail the night all that happened. To Roy
Oh, shit. Speaking of Roy Fanning. Oh my God. I'm such a dork. Okay. Speaking of Roy Fanning, and speaking of your sister. For some reason, I'm trying to think how to say this or how to. So, felons, they're not supposed to have firearms. But guess who has the firearm? Who currently has the firearm? Who currently has it in the position now that shot Roy Fanning? Guess who has it? And it's not Fred. And guess what? They're a felon too. And they pretty much threatened somebody with the same gun too. Allegedly. More recently, she threatened somebody with it. Let's see. I think that's probably where I turned that off.
I've never met Don Jr.
Don Jr. Oh, Sherfy Jr. Is that?
They said Don Jr. Somebody's asking.
Oh, have you ever met Don? Oh, no. He's never met Don's son. I thought I saw Sherfy in the.
I ain't met Don that many times.
What about Sherfy?
Before someone went missing, then he was a nuisance after someone went missing.
Who was?
Don.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't around at
I
first.
was just trying to find out what I knew and what I was saying and what I told her all and
Yeah.
all that was.
Yep. So. Dawn or Red's sister. Oh, it's a woman. The one that has the gun, it's a woman. And it's freaking dumb. These people are so
I
dumb.
don't know why Candace would be afraid of me. I've never really even spoke to Candace. Maybe a couple times the whole time they lived there.
Candace isn't scared of you. She wants to make it like that because that's what she was trying to portray at the beginning, because you were supposed to be the big bad guy who they're going to pin the shit on or try to, confuse people. And yeah, of course, it was you were one of the first people Dawn mentioned. So like he just mentioned, tried to mention you as the meth dealer. I don't know if he actually mentioned your name. But what's weird is what's very strange is the connection with everybody on that road except pretty much except you. It's I'm not all the people on Ben Hill Road, but it's weird because there's
The reason people said I was scurry and stuff because I was lazy. I wasn't sneaky.
Yeah.
If I had a problem with you, I'd come to you and we'd discuss it.
Right. Yeah,
And if I said something, I meant it.
Mean what you say. Do what you say. Mean what you say. No, I was talking about Fred's sister. She has possession of that firearm, and she's not supposed to be in possession of it. And she recently went to go get it too. What the hell? And what do you need a fucking gun for, you crazy lunatic? And she does black magic too. Freaking Looney Tunes. I just wish, it's funny because, when you asked her, hey, like, what are we going to do? You know, basically, the very first time you've contacted her since you got out of jail, you know, you haven't even contacted except that one time and that one day in jail when she tried to turn it around like you were extorting her and trying to get money out of her because he had messaged her and said like, where's my money for all my shit that you sold, you know? And she tried to turn around and like, yeah, she got laughed out of that whole situation. Never anything came of it because it was so stupid. It made her look bad. If anybody,
they could still be charged with spending.
yeah, with her, they could. I mean, it really was stupid of her to do that. Yeah, when it was her, basically, because it basically admitting to stealing your stuff.
It was all on text on her.
Yeah, and so
stupid on her behalf.
He messaged her recently for the first time since he's been out of jail and said, so what are we gonna do about all this money or all my stuff that you stole? Oh, thank you, Michelle Vokey. Thank you so much. Is it true that Andy said he yelled at Fred because Fred took the door of Andy's car? Did Andy ever yell at you about almost hitting his car? Or do you ever remember an incident almost like that? If it happened, Fred would admit it. He's not like that.
The only time that I seen Andy even passed him on the road was on the 15th when I moved the truck out of the way.
Well.
Thank you, Miss Curvy. Hey, Toodles. Well, this just recently happened, you know, as far as finding out this firearm thing. Like, it was not, this happened within the last few months when she pulled that whole truck, around that time that she pulled that whole truck incident and tried to get Fred in trouble for taking or having towed his father's truck that he had been driving for the last couple years. And she tried to, it was in their dad's name, and she tried to.
Well, I drove it about a year.
Oh, okay. Well, you were the one driving it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aggie. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate that. So it's around the same time. So it's like it's been before you got out or got out of the transitional housing, but she's not supposed to have that stuff in her fucking possession anyways. And it doesn't matter if she tries to say, oh, it's her son's or whatever. You know, if she's living in the residence, it can't be there. Right? I mean, what'd she need a gun for anyways?
Having her sons around her on Ben Hill was so that the one could carry guns, and she thought it would be safe to protect her.
Oh, yeah,
when she ain't even supposed to be around a firearm at all.
Yeah. Yeah, she has that gun because they gave Fred back the gun, even though Fred was a felon. I see he got all that stuff with Roy Fanning because it was like basically it was self-defense, but yet.
Well, it was actually my dad's gun registered in his name.
Your dad? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they give it back to your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, and then she was trying to, yeah, she recently had got possession of that gun for some odd reason. You know, it's scary. She doesn't need to be in possession of a gun. She is a lunatic. Seriously, she's the kind of person you do not want to have in possession of a firearm. Like, I'm not kidding. Friggy, yes. Fred, Ziggy. Hey, Matthew. Thank you. And they're so proud. Yes, I'm so proud of them too. I really am. Hey, Wilma.
I had come a long ways and we got a lot further to go.
We all have a lot further to go. Frederick. Let's see. Oh, they really. You should always, like, in life, you always should be learning, and always trying to better yourself. Oh, I don't know if I should do it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get. Okay, the bathroom will work, so I'll just do this. Actually, we need to mash the. So, draining the potatoes. Go ahead and put some butter in this. Oh. I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen anyone as mentally deranged as Jody Seuss at ICU. Well.
Jody Sue's just going after me because she's afraid of what I have what I know and what I have found out.
Yeah. And I think she's, yeah. I mean, a lot of people back there know a lot of people that were into not good things because of your lifestyle, like,
Yeah, of course.
And you've been completely open about it and about everybody has a past, but you've always been so upfront about everything. And you knew too. Fred's even said to me that he knew that it was just a matter of time that he was going to get busted. So like
once Dawn set me out like that, I just know.
Yeah, he knew from the day, from pretty much day one that it was just a matter of time because he knew they'd be watching him. Plus they had looked at everybody's phones and stuff. And even though they're not supposed to use it against you, they're going to know there's drug activity in there and they're going to see things and they're going to remember that. They can't just erase that out of their brain. So, So yeah, he did, and so he knew it was just a matter of time, but it was either change or die at that point, anyways. So it's like
very few people come to my residence to purchase drugs. I always went elsewhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought I mostly lived at 207, but 207 was just a place mostly that.
Was it a house?
Yeah.
Well,
that I stored everything and stayed at and worked on things and stuff, and everybody thought I mostly lived.
Yeah, you would be there during the day a lot, working on stuff. So, but down at 165 a lot because really at 165, like living there because of the internet, and it was just a nice place.
I mean, if anybody really knows, 167 was my mailing address.
Yeah.
Not too.
Yep. So, oh shit! Wait. Yeah, I do need milk for the gravy.
It's unreal that the people that once Dawn put me out on the internet and stuff, like I was the biggest kingpin of meth.
Oh yeah, Fred was.
After people that tried to rob.
We kind of wonder like who that was. Fred was. Yeah, Fred was robbed and stuff. Somebody tried. They tried. Yeah, because of all that. Like because they thought, he had all these drugs and stuff. So it brought attention to him. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. Fred, you have a testimony that will help others. There is life after addiction. Keep up the awesome work, Fred. Exactly. He does have a testimony, and he's meant to help people. I'm sure of it. Let's see. Lynn. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had that. I'm supposed to mix this in a.
Lots of people like that easy money, but dirty money don't get you lose.
Yeah.
You lose 10 times more than you lose.
Yeah, it might help you win the battle, but you'll never win the war, really, with doing that kind of anything that's not of good or of, in my opinion. Look at Diddy. Now it's different. But he had all that fast money he got, or thought what it does to people. Doesn't last forever. Either it's a Ziggy hate channel. You're gonna have to have a plan B. What are you gonna do when Ziggy's not around anymore to harass? Oh God. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Wow. Almost wasn't a big enough almost was not big enough. So, and hopefully this didn't get too brown while seeing in there. The oven's off, but it's been off for a while. All right. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Put this here, this in here, the potatoes, and then we got the butter already. We'll get our, I'll have to walk around this way, unfortunately. Get our mixer. Okay. So I always use carnation for mashed potatoes and butter. So butter after the potatoes are cooked and cut up, or cut up and peeled and then cooked. I use carnation instead of milk carnation evaporated milk instead of just regular milk. Butter, obviously. And we're going to put some. This is an older lady taught me how to make these. So she is like 100 years old. Okay, not like 100 years old. She was probably like 85. And that was like 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago. So you should trust her opinion. Let's see here how it looks. We'll get a little spatula here. I'm used to not having a mixer. Oh shit! I got my cord in the got a cord in the gravy. That's okay. It's okay. How long did Fred live in that? Basically his whole life. There was that time he had. Hold on. He had gotten trouble in Virginia like 10 years ago, I think. And so it kind of, he had to stay there for a few years, I think. But besides that, he's always, I don't know, his whole life. He was born there. Let's see, I'm going to put a little bit more. Put a little bit more milk. Is it ready? I'm on camera. Okay. It's almost ready. Yeah. Pretty much. Get all turned around here. I don't like lumps at all. Like, so, you know, definitely, let's see, turn that down. This is off. All right, and then let that set a second. I don't. And
If I do this with the fruit, can I have something?
no, I don't have it right now,
Later,
Caitlin.
maybe?
No, not today. Oh, I have to pay rent and bills.
Please. I'll be like,
All right. Okay, I'll have to show you guys.
well,
Huh?
I'm gonna ask you later. Once y'all.
Ask me. Okay. So, Oh, well, this one's these. It's not it's a wire whisk. I wouldn't use the other one in there, like the other mixing utensil. I used it in that bowl because like these are flexible, and I figured it probably wouldn't be yeah, I wouldn't use the other one though, the one that was. Oh, trust and believe. Fred's been on me about scratching the pan, so making sure not to scratch them because it ruins the it ruins the coating or whatever, you know. Okay, so we'll show you dinner. Let's see. That's green beans, country fried steak, mashed potatoes, and I'm turned around. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
May I, the second of next month, or next month?
Maybe, yeah. After I pay rent, okay?
Oh, by the end,
All right.
before the second of next month on 8:00 p.m.
Uh-huh. Sure she is. Notice how kids just tell you I love you when you like agree to get them something. Beat an egg and butter? You're at the wrong house. You're funny. Hey, Mimi of 6. I'll tell you, get good cast iron skillet, then you can make some. Oh, we do have cast iron. And he's already been on here making, or no, he hasn't. He made the cornbread yesterday, I think. Whatever. Anyways. But yeah, we have the cast iron skillets. So I just wouldn't use it for really any of this stuff. But we use it for cornbread or like cornbread. I don't know. Let me see. Does this have enough? I think it will do. All right, guys. No, I don't have a dishwasher. No dishwasher, but it's not like we usually don't. I don't know. I was about to say we usually don't use too many dishes, but that's not true. So this was a good buy. This mixer. Thank you very much to the person that got me that. Next thing we have to try out is this pressure cooker. Caitlin wants to get some fruits. When I got back from the store, she's like, "Did you get me fruits for the blender to make a smoothie?" I was like, "Well, you've got to tell me before I actually go." There's a video on Jody saying that Summer was hurt at 125. Has anyone else seen that video? Oh, really? She said a lot of weird things. And it's like, what can we believe, you know? Actually, yeah, Jody Sue probably got her power back today, so she's probably going to be, but I don't know. When's the last time he's been live? Okay, Diana. I also have, this like guide thing that will tell, like says like how much time to put stuff in. I don't know. I've never used one before. Haven't used it yet. I've literally never used one before in my life. For anything but corn, but I have a dishwasher that never gets used. I'd rather wash. Yeah. She went live yesterday for a while. Yeah, I was wondering if she was going crazy not having the internet. Or having power. I'm guessing her power was out. That was some crazy stuff. Weather, like, oh my gosh. It's insane. Wednesday around 4. Right? Tell so many lies. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, here, I'll turn off the camera. Go ahead.
Can I get some?
Yeah, it's ready.
All right, bet.
I have a dishwasher also, and I may have used it maybe 4 times in the last 2 years. Easier to wash. Yeah, if you are good at doing dishes as you cook, then it's easier. I mean, you still have to rinse them off and stuff before you put them in the dishwasher. In my opinion, like I've always rinsed them off. Fred, okay, yeah. Yes, Chris, that's fine. We'll try to actually be around so we can answer. When you called me today, Chris, I had grocery bags in my hand. I had just got back with this stuff. I went to Dollar General to purchase the stuff for tonight's dinner, and I took Bandit with me, and I had him in the little carrier like thing I was wearing earlier on in this live, and he was fine. All he stayed there like nothing, like it was no big deal, like how he did the whole time I was live here, just sitting there, like just chilling, you know, super chill. And anyways, he suddenly I bend over to pick up something like the bag, and then he just like, I don't know, either like kind of falls out or jumps out, and then you called at the same time, and so I was like, he wouldn't run away, like run from me. I knew he wasn't going to run, so I wasn't like freaking out, but I had bags in my hands too and all that jazz at the same time.
Oops, sorry.
I know, right, Linda? I feel like October is going to be big. I hate even saying that, but because I'm just so afraid to jinx it, or I'm also so afraid to say that because I don't want to get my hopes up because we've been waiting for 3 years for something, but I'm really feeling like October this year is the month for summer, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see, what should I put this in? I guess I should wrap, maybe use one of those mini Dollar General bags I have to wrap around this can, because I don't. Herniation stuff. I don't know if I'll use it, but just in case. The camera's off, so if you just want you want to eat yet? No. Neither of us are really hungry right now. You don't think she'll ever be found? That's sad. Do you think there ever will be charges? Right, Plant Diva? It would be expensive because you'd lose all that food and stuff if you had a bunch of food. Water may be not back on for 2 weeks. Don't believe there ever be charges either. Is the green beans as good as last time? Or no? Let's see.
Yeah, don't be charges in Summer's case. It's coming down closer.
It's coming down to what?
I just feel like I know there'll be charges in Summer's case.
Man, I hope so.
I know.
We're really invested in it now, It's just, the green beans are really good. Again, they're pretty much as good as last time. And yeah, I hope that the truth comes out, because a lot of people, there's going to be people vindicated, and then there's going to be a lot of people who freaking are going to have figuratively speaking, I'm not saying literally, but blood on their hands. Not saying that she's deceased. I'm just saying, that means they're guilty in some way. The green beans are really good. But I don't really feel like that. Maybe some mashed potatoes and green beans here in a little bit.
I mean, some people need to go and watch the other channel for a bit, the first hour,
Yeah, what we talked about yesterday.
Yes, that gives some people a little insight, I guess.
Yeah, we had a conversation yesterday. It was really interesting that we were supposed to be doing readings on the last 4 zodiac signs I had to do for my readings over on my other channel, but then we got into a conversation about Summer Wells for about the first hour, and that's over on my other channel, Empress Ziggy. Yes, for sure. Jessica, probably 3 or 4 arrested. That might be, minimum 3 or 4 arrested. Minimum. Definitely Oh my God. I was sitting here taking my shirt off. And I mean, I have a sports bra on. It's not a big deal or anything. And he was acting like he was going to turn the camera on. Gosh. So those ice machines. Yeah, Fred was like getting on me about that. He was like, you need to get one of those ice machines. Like one of those, he's like, you need to get from Temu one of those ice making machines, he was saying. Because I wish I would have thought of that before I used all the credits I got from Temu. I hope we get answers of...
We're going to do everything in our power to get answers.
Yeah. I can't believe, though, thinking that that's why Grandis had to go up north is because she couldn't be around kids. And she probably was in trouble when they came out there. You know, they probably found out, like, hey, you're not supposed to be up around children. Maybe there is some kind of CPS case that we don't know about with Grandis. That's really possible. That's really, I would love to know what her CPS, what kind of stuff would be on that report.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. That would probably bring a lot of insight into all of this. If I'm not saying there is one for sure, I'm just saying there's got to be a reason why so many people are saying that they know that Grandis cannot be around children, that she's court ordered not allowed to be around children. It's not just Fred saying that.
And with her brother, with the charges he's got, it makes you wonder too.
Yeah, her brother and his horrible charges. Like, and then you got Sue and her dad's horrible charges. And then you got, let's see, Don's son and his horrible charges. And I'm talking about SA charges. Crimes on children, the worst crime ever.
Grandis's brother does too. Incest and stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Grandis's brother. We're just mentioning off all the SA offenders and their family. What the cousin Chris Marcos too. Let's see, who else? They have a lot of freaking sick people.
Around that.
You know.
Around them.
Yeah. Not all of them though. You know, I'm not saying all of them, but like it's just it just raises the chances of people when they're exposed to that so much. Like, you know, a lot of people change their lives around and do the right thing, but you know, but when you're in an area like that, or not change their lives around, they get older and they know they don't want to do, you know, they don't want to harm a child like they were harmed, you know, but I don't know. There's some like weird people that, I don't know. I think a lot of it's a money thing. And that's why, you know, that area, Beach Creek, is like East Tennessee in general. I mean, there's a lot of poor, you know, poverty. And maybe, you know, that was their only opportunity to make money. They get bad in addiction. And then, I don't know, some people just don't have any moral compass. Like, when they're like, I guess they must just, I don't know, gave up all like hope in life or something. It's gonna hurt a child. I just can't imagine that. I think there's a lot of people going to be shocked if and when the truth comes to light. It just can't believe certain things. I know, right? He should be. I mean, right. Don, he's pretty much openly admitted to being into children by talking about a 12-year-old to me in conversation having a body from hell. Like, that was his exact words. And I have it up on a short on this channel. If you guys have not heard it, you need to hear it. Like, how is it anybody supporting that man? Like, I don't get it. Make an excuse for that. I want to hear the people that support those freaking weirdos, Dawn and Candace. I want to hear you go listen to Dawn talking to me and telling me a 12-year-old has a body from hell, and that she's going to be pregnant by the time she's 16, and that he had seen all these black guys around her at the park, and that she had a body from hell, and like, she's 12. That shows you he's attracted to children that prepubescent, children that aren't even, 13 is usually the age, when women start to mature. But I mean, I know it is getting earlier and earlier, but still, that's just, even by law, under 13 is a higher charge because they're considered children. And I think 13 and over is considered minors. Oh, no, I don't think it was Dawn that was a kid. The weird guy that supposedly was touching little kids up on the hill or whatever. Who have we figured that was probably? That would be crazy if it was somebody related to Jody Sue and Andy. Well, I guess it mean related to you too, but somebody very, very close to Jody Sue and Andy family. That'd be crazy if that's who they're referencing. I don't know. I don't know if we really ever figured out who that was. I mean, it'd all be theories anyways, nothing fact until we have absolute proof anyways, so.
I just like who ain't Don tried to under the bus in that close proximity of Ben Hill?
Who hasn't he thrown under the bus?
Tried to.
Who has he tried to?
Hasn't.
Oh, hasn't.
And
yeah.
Spoke too much about.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah. The one person that Don has not even, like, he accuses everybody. He's he's always like trying to throw the people under the bus, but like Fred was saying, who is the one person that for some reason Don has not thrown under the bus and has kind of like ignored even talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He'll talk about J.D. Sue sometimes, but he never talks about Andy. And, Andy, same way. Andy doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't, he also tries to not speak about.
Well, there's certain ones can't talk about the other certain ones because it's going to, if one goes down, then the other one's going to.
Yeah. Everybody is kind of like the Diddy thing. Everybody's got their hands dirty, in some way, and they're afraid of, like, for either somebody they really love is involved, or them themselves know what happened because somebody they love's involved. That'd be somebody loved involved again, obviously. Then or they themselves or they're part of some kind of, like, let's say there was some kind of weird like ring or something, trafficking ring or something in that area. You know, could people be scared because there's people that were involved in that, but maybe it's not exactly what happened to Summer, but
it ain't exactly what happened to Summer,
but like, you know, activity that was happening before she went missing or something. Yeah, you can have pretty much as much as you get those as you want, I think.
I don't like it.
I'm not gonna have one of those, but just save him one more.
Why are you eating anymore?
I'm gonna eat the mashed potatoes, and you better see me some mashed potatoes at least.
Obviously.
I'm gonna eat some mashed potatoes, and the green beans are really good.
I know. That's all I'm getting.
Oh, you can have a little bit more than that. If Andy and Jody Sue was involved, they were involved in getting or gone. But then I don't believe that. I would believe Cotton helped Grandis and Candace. He had to go. Cotton helped Grandis. You know, that one person in that video, I know that people, that person, I don't know where that video came from. That sounds like freaking Cotton Simpson in it. I don't know where that video came from. I don't understand. If you guys know which one I'm talking about, with the helicopters in it and there's music playing, and like I think it's when they're searching for Summer and you hear somebody talking. It sounds like
it was edited, I believe.
Yeah, you think it was edited?
Yeah, I think it was. I believe it was 2 different days.
Okay, but so where did that audio come from then? And who was that speaking? Where did the audio come from? Because it did sound like somebody making meth. And if that's where the audio come, if that is Cotton Simpson, then that's concerning, because that means that Cotton Simpson was hanging out there at 110. You know, that's absolute proof. I just want to know who that was. Like, at some time, that person had to have been up at 110, because where did that recording come from? I'll never forget Andy's text. It's done. Wow, incriminating if you ask me. Yep. What did he try to say that text is about? The "it's done" text?
And what time was that text? That would be even.
Yeah, what time was that text, guys? If it's between 3 and 4:30.
3 and 4. They say 3 and 4. Because Jody stated on recording 3:20 when she knowed Summer was gone. Andy was on.
That would be crazy.
Andy was on camera at 3:47, leaving out of the holler lights.
That would be crazy if it was like around 3:45 or 4 or ish. And also, let's pull up those times on his work camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Those times.
3 vehicles
when he sent that text, when he sent the "it's done" text, let's see.
And just like Jody said, 7 minutes on that one video, 7 minutes, down the road. So, come in.
Yeah.
I believe that she was exchanged within 3 vehicles within probably 7 minutes or so.
But she goes, yeah, I do too. I think that she did go she switched in between. So I think that I agree. I think she was switched between vehicles several times very quickly at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And that was on purpose to confuse things. So there wasn't just one vehicle.
Yeah. If somebody putting her in one vehicle, if they stopped it, then she wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So-
Jody's saying too that they had to go towards Greenville or Rogersville. That would be the same way you go to Knoxville.
When what said something about having to go where?
When Jody stated that they went towards Rogersville instead of Kingsport,
Mm-hmm.
so they had to go to towards Rogersville or Greene County. That'd be in the same line with Knoxville. Like,
Oh, really?
mm-hmm,
If you keep going, you'd get to Knoxville.
mm-hmm. That's the quickest route from Ben Hill that direction.
Yeah. Do you know a man that goes by the name Hammer?
Uh-uh.
He said no. It's odd that Jody Sue never texted Andy, almost like he already knew it. Very good point, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What's crazy, playing in a certain point, about
Then no
2.5
talking.
hours or 3 hours.
2:30 to
in between neither one.
Yeah, 2:30 and 5, I think it was. That there was no texting between Jody Sue and Andy. It was some weird timing like that.
It was after 5, I think. But
You think she was alive? Yeah, I think she was alive at least for a while, and could possibly still be alive.
I believe Dawn was trying to get people to think she was dead at first.
Yeah, that would make sense. He
So
wanted people
wouldn't be
just
looking actually for
yeah, they could
her
just
alive. And why would they shave her head to disguise their looks and traveling with her?
mm-hmm. Maybe she Keelan has such a bad mouth. You think that she didn't tell him about Summer missing because Andy was at work? I mean, come on though. I mean, I don't believe that.
No,
You're going to
was
text
just a part of
somebody.
it. That
You're-
was just part of the
You're gonna
script.
say something like, if you know something like your neighbor's child is missing, you're going to
Dawn
freaking
just
text
went
them.
back to work later just to try to get an alibi.
Yeah, he wasn't at work all day either. I mean, that's obvious. He's lying about that. He definitely, maybe he did go later in the afternoon or something,
He
or
went in for
late
alibi.
morning.
He just went later for alibi, my opinion.
Yeah.
That's why he was the first one called 911.
Because he was the first to call 911 because
He doesn't know where.
Candace has already always been afraid to talk, and she doesn't want to talk because it's that guilt. You know what I mean? It's that guilt. She doesn't want, you know how people, when they're guilty, they don't want to look you in the eyes. They don't want to, I mean, some people who actually have a conscience, and maybe she has more guilt or a sense of shame than he does. I don't know. She doesn't want to talk for fear of messing up, I think. And also, she feels that guilt or shame.
Mm-hmm.
If they were walking near the river to see if anything was disturbed. Oh, okay, that's... JC passed around a trail cam picture of a white full-size Chevy pickup on Ben Hill that day, but yet I've yet to figure out who owns it.
Do what?
A white... She said, okay, so... ICU said she's been trying to find who the owner of a white full-size Chevy pickup is, because Jody Sue supposedly posted a picture of that she claimed was on the 15th, on June 15th.
Was never on no camera.
Huh?
It wasn't never on no camera. Not no Chevy. White Chevy.
Yeah, she was trying to say that it was on the Ben Hill on the 15th and all that. Does it say the 15th? Is there proof on the picture that it's on the 15th? Or because I would.
There was lots of white trucks on the 15th because of the power. I mean, them cutting the power lines out. But they wasn't no white Chevrolet.
Yeah. Andy has told me that he didn't know Don. He just sold him weed, and that is what he told me. Yep.
But it's like the money that Don handed Andy on the 15th. What was that about?
Right. Who's thinking about money when you have a child missing? Like, as far as paying off a small drug debt, like if it's really what that was for, who's thinking about paying that off when your daughter's missing? Let's hurry up and. I mean, I don't know. That's just strange.
Don don't show no emotions for a reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if he knew Summer was no longer with him, he would show some emotion. Some, at least, you know.
It's weird. See, Don is because I have met him in person and stuff, and he's interesting because he cares what people think of him. Like he will always say sorry all the time, and like I said, he was the one that I mean, Candace was the really cold one. Like, honestly, she seemed very cold. He seemed more emotional than her in a way. So I don't know.
But the evening Summer went missing, he showed no emotions.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, Jessica? Jessica Dopel says, there is so much that certain people have said and done, and the truth will come out. I know answers lie at 125. Yeah, I agree.
With his little twist to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lots of truth to it.
Yeah, well, like that whole, like those, especially in the phone calls that he knew were being recorded and stuff with these YouTubers, including myself, like, in those calls, like, there probably is a lot of truth to those stories. And, you know, like those conversations I had with him, you know, when those late, they were never up real late. Like, I never had real late conversations. It was usually always before midnight.
I mean,
it's weird. They stopped talking to me as soon as I freaking first talked to Fred. It's weird because, like, look at all the shit that they've been put through by certain creators, and it's like he's gone back for more over and over. But the one person that he didn't go back to was me, and that was after I started talking to you, that is very weird. I think that is very telling. To me, that shows that he's scared of what you're telling, like the information that you're telling me, and he knows it's the truth, so he doesn't want to. I mean, it's just strange. He didn't do that to anybody else, and if anybody else, he's always like, he's one of those that, I don't know, he's a glutton for punishment. I swear that dude is. How the fuck can these evil people circumvent the FBI, locals, TBI, every agency? Well, look at the stuff that we've witnessed, like with Tennessee and their law, or just their legal justice system, and how everything goes, like the past few years with, you know, since we started covering the Summers case, and also with my deal with them, with my experience and Fred's experience with them, with his situation, and
they don't get no hurry.
Yeah, and then, you know, Sebastian's case. I mean, it seems to be a common theme here.
But they want a sealed deal when this goes down.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think.
Leeway of nobody getting out of it.
Where's the video that might be caught? And I work with a lady that knew him pretty good. I will let her listen. It was on a channel. Oh, it was on what's her channel? She's turned pop, or what's her name? It's like a 4-letter word. I called Don one night after Summer got gone. Don was plastered and made sure to tell me his dealer was crying when he went to his house, but told his dealer he didn't do anything. Yeah, slop, that's right. Wait, what? So Hopper says I called Don one night after Summer got gone. Don was plastered and made sure to tell me his dealer was crying when he went to his house, but told his dealer he didn't do anything. I don't understand what that means.
His dealer ain't gonna be crying or nothing.
He never even asked you who you were, Hopper? Which dealer? Are you talking about so his drug, he was trying to tell you his dealer, his drug dealer supposedly was crying? Was crying when he went to his house. That's weird. He never said who his dealer was. Yeah.
Wonder which house that Don went to.
You mean which, yeah, did he tell you any locations?
They was two different houses, you see, and then 3 more deals.
Yeah.
It's odd he mentioned the house because that's where they were supposed to be in. Instead of uptown.
So Don was plastered, made sure to tell me his dealer was crying when he. So his dealer, so you're saying his dealer was crying? I'm trying to understand, and I don't understand his dealer. He told he didn't do anything. Like his dealer was crying because he was afraid that Don was involved or something. I'm confused. He said we went over to his dealer's house, he walked. When we went over to his dealer's house. Were you crying when Summer went missing?
Mm-hmm.
To him or anything?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, Fred didn't sell drugs to him, so it couldn't have been Fred.
I've never sold nothing to Don or Candace or Andy or none of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Don was into a lot of stuff, really.
I guess his dealer was sad about Summer or scared. He never said why his dealer was crying. Huh. See, he one time, the weirdest call that I had with him, and that's another place we went to that I haven't mentioned yet, that I just now remembered, is that White Cemetery, or where they put that dump down there. You guys, there is that. That is a crazy, I don't know, that would definitely be an area to check out there, because nobody would see anything out there. And there's this big ravine everybody throws their trash down in. And we went out there.
A boat always comes up too in a lot of readings.
Yeah, and there's a boat down there in the ravine. So in a lot of people's readings on Summer Wells, a boat comes up. Well, out there on at White Cemetery, right? Yeah. In Rogersville.
No, Sullivan County.
In Sullivan County. It's right when you get over the Sullivan line, though, right?
No, it's before you get to Hawkins County. It's about a mile before Hawkins
County.
County.
Yeah. I mean, it's right close to Hawkins County.
Straight across from Light Hollow Road.
Yeah.
In Sullivan County.
Yeah. Don called me one time when he was out there when he was going out there, and it was the weirdest call. He told me something about following a red truck, and it was a Sunday, I remember, too. And, of course, that call did not record. It was, really early on when I first started doing YouTube, and I still hadn't found a good recorder, phone call recorder, and it didn't record. But out there at Light Cemetery, there's this big ravine. It has a boat down there. It's like an old,
It's a sailboat.
Yes.
It's a 40-foot sailboat.
A 40-foot sailboat that's down there in the ravine. And it's this ravine is very deep. It's been covered. Like you can see part of the boat still, but it's like a lot of stuff been poured down there. They've covered it with dirt.
Oh, they filled that in a lot since summers went missing.
Yeah.
Probably 50 foot or something of it, and probably 50 foot deep. 50 foot out and 50 foot deep.
Yeah, and she's in there. She'd probably never be found. And that's weird because Don called me one time when he was out there and was all acting fucking weird.
Well, that's where Don always took his drywall buckets and stuff and threw it off too.
He would always dump stuff out there. Mm-hmm. Don would always dump stuff out there too. That is important to know. Huh. And he always smoked crack out there too, is what I heard. Which I could see because that area, there's nothing back there. Like I could see somebody out there, like nobody would see anything. Nobody would see anything out there. That's crazy. I don't know how they would. I don't know if they seriously do fill in that ravine every so often, and it's been buried. If they just throw dirt on top of it to cover up all the trash.
Dirt, asphalt, rock.
I went to that place, seemed like a memorial. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Utah. I believe that Sue has hidden stuff from police, and she's related to the police department, Hawkins. Mm-hmm. Some of her parents leave when child missing. Sebastian's parents leave when child... Yeah. And he went home early on the 14th because he was upset and wanted to cuddle with Jody Sue. Is that for... Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, he is that type. Like he
wanted to cuddle with her, but it was over days after someone went missing.
It was a day after she went missing?
No, I said him disappearing from the holler, 3 days after someone going missing. That's what weird too. The whole family fell apart. The son going to the army, Andy and Jody Sue getting separated. Jody Sue and Drew getting a protective order against Andy that following week. It's on and on, There's something with all that falling apart.
Yeah, I saw a comment where somebody was comparing me and you, basically saying, oh, and Ziggy and, and then Laura and Fred were together for 20 years, and then he just go, and they never marry, and then, he just ups and marries Ziggy. And then basically, comparing our situation to Jody Sue and Andy's situation, which is not even the same at all.
I know I commented on that.
You did? Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's right. It was me and you were talking about it. Yeah. And
I told them some people want marriage material.
Yeah. I mean, okay, first of all, it wasn't, I knew you. It wasn't like I knew you since early 2022. It's not at all the same. And at all. There's so many differences. Last night on an old video, there was a comment that said Candace had said she went to the dumpster that day. Is there a dumpster near?
No, there's no dumpster near Ben Hill and nowhere. You got to travel at least 15 miles to the nearest dumpster.
You have to travel at least 15 miles, he said. Does Fred remember a small boat down the ravine at the curve at Mountain View Road at Barrett Hollow?
Yeah, that's been there for 30-some years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the road's cut down right where, on top. You know how I took you, we went through there the other day.
Yeah.
And I told you we would go on out there, but the road shut down. It's just right past you where the road fell out.
Yeah, I need to show him that. Need to go over that. Some of that content we got while we were out there, and especially let you guys hear the recording when I freak out because I get that smell, whatever the hell that shit was. Scared the shit out of me. You guys will laugh, you'll pee your pants. Oh my god, it was so funny. Hey, half full. Yeah, because it made me think of like no, it made me think of those, like how you had mentioned that the smell, like you'll smell that before you see them, or even, really, that's how you know that they're around. And also in some kind of documentary, I saw a guy say the same thing about monkeys in East Tennessee and how the smell, and so when I smelled that smell that I never smelled before in my life, and it was just so strong, like manure. I was like, oh my God, that's an animal. And holy crap, what the fuck is that? And then I started remembering about what you said about the smell. And then I remember what that dude said. And I'm like, oh my God, it's true. And I'm freaking out, like, and it's pitch black at 2:07. And I go to Fred, I was like, can I please go back? I don't know why I was asking him permission. He wanted me to stay out there, he wanted to do that spirit box and stuff. And I wanted to too. So I was like, I want to go in the van. I want to go in the van. Because, we were really, just sitting out there, like, and you can't see anything around you.
Much happened with me at all that.
Oh, yeah. We also walked up and down Ben Hill Road that night, too.
We went.
Aw, thank you, OG Nanny.
And we also went to where Don tried to pick up that little girl.
Yeah, Fred showed me. I have that recorded too, where Don, he pointed out in video where Don where you guys had heard that story about Don trying to, that little girl who he tried to act like he was saving, but, and how went up and
we should interview him, the man.
Oh, yeah, because you know him?
Yeah. While we was out there, about that case, about that issue.
Oh, yeah, somebody does need to talk to that dude because he probably would tell us a lot different story than what...
the story he told me was a lot different.
Yeah, he basically told you that Don, it was more creepy than Don wants to let on. Oh, Susan sent me,
but we went to Laurel Run to Bays Mountain Park.
Bays Mountain Park, yes, we went to
Run Park.
Yep. That snake that we saw on the road. Somebody sent me what dam was that she sent me earlier? That was crazy. The flooding is in Douglas Dam. Where's Douglas Dam?
Douglas.
So it'd be near Bean Station, probably.
Oh, it's next to Knoxville.
Huh? Next to Knoxville? No. Well, here's a...
Yeah, they opened the floodgates on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they done that yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The North Dam, North Turkey Dam is one that's got the best that they finally got.
Huh?
North Chucky is one that was about to buzz.
Oh, yeah. You guys, the weather was really crazy coming back up from Tennessee. Gosh, I can't even I keep trying to remember what day it was. It was yesterday, right? I can't even, why do I?
No, it's Friday.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Friday. Was she saying that Don Diller? It sounds like she's talking about Don Diller was crying because he knew something and he was saying that he didn't do it, like tell anyone about it. That's weird. See, that'd be weird because I would think the guy that if it's really Don's dealer, I would think that he's supposed to be some big, fat, scary guy. I just can't imagine
I mean,
him
if it
crying.
was his dealer out in Knoxville, he's gonna be crying over nothing.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I better grab the potatoes before she gets to it. But yeah, guys, I probably am gonna go here in a second. I'm gonna have some. Finally, eat something. I think a little bit, just the mashed potatoes and green beans. I think. I don't think I really want any of the gravy or anything. Okay. And Fred said bye to everybody because he's going outside. Ah! So, what ideas? I need ideas like for me and Fred that we need to do, for this channel and what you guys want to talk about and see me and Fred talk about and stuff. I guess I could do it maybe if Fred would want to. I don't know. He's pretty quiet guy. I was thinking maybe he might do like a, answer. I might do a live one day, like ask Fred anything or something like that. He might do something like that. Does it butter your mashed potatoes? Yeah. You don't use any milk? I don't know, though, about open panel with Fred. I don't think he would be cool with that. Or he would. He'd probably do it, but I don't know if he'd be very comfortable. I'm talking about just like ask questions in chat. I could do. I would love to do open panel. Like once a week and stuff. If people would get back into it and come back on, come on panel and stuff. He'll answer questions. He doesn't care about that. Has nothing about it being an open case. He's a very shy person, kind of, He's definitely not one that likes attention. Like, he really doesn't. Like, before I went live today, I was like, you want to go on live with me today? And he's like, no, I'll run. I'll hide. He really doesn't. He's just not really into that. And I don't, want to pressure him into that stuff. But I think he would answer questions like if him off camera. Oh, that would be cool, Wonder Star. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Lip Block. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I might be back later on my other channel or something. Or here, who knows. But I'll talk to y'all later.